ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
Man, it's been a while since we've done Rant Rave Repeat.
You totally screwed up the intro. Rant
Rave
Repeat. Rant
Rave
Repeat. See, it's been that long.
Yeah.
It's been very long. My plan initially was to, if people don't know, because it has been a while, I know we have a lot of new listeners, this is literally the show where somebody in the Geekverse, usually us, hopefully I want in the future to grow it and get other people on here. We've talked about, but it's just, we're always so busy with trailers and whatnot, but this is just us bullshitting. We pick something to rant about, we pick something to rave about. You can go back to the old archives, start with you, me, and Liam.
Yeah.
Taylor's been on, Dylan's been on multiple times. Like I said, I want to get the others on, but so if you don't know, new to Rant Repeat, it's just completely off the cuff. We might talk about some geek stuff, we might not. Who knows? We rarely have planned these out. Sometimes we just put on the mic and just go on, and that's just been the episode.
See where our stories take us.
Yeah, and that's why originally when you were done school, I wanted this to be your first cast back, because to start off on a very big positive, bring this all back for new listeners and old listeners. Our very first podcast was about a few things. It was about like us talking about like how we met each other, stuff like that. It was us talking about that throb porn with the remember the guy who like wouldn't leave until he stopped jerking off or anything like that. Go back. It sounds strange, I know, but like trust me. And then the other thing we talked about what emojis we want the most.
Oh yeah.
We have not done this Rant Rave Repeat since then, and and one of the main reasons why we started this podcast.
Which emoji would describe you as what we're talking about?
No, that was different.
That was different.
That was a viewer's question.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was. Yeah, it was, because Rant Rave Repeat hadn't started. I don't. No, yeah, because I think that was separate, because we started talking about the emoji, because almost the origin of this podcast was I was looking through my phone and I did not find a hang loose emoji, and that's why one thing I was like, man, I just want to talk about this on a podcast and just rant about it, and that's what we did. And then lo and behold, this happened months ago, so we're behind with busy lives, but we did it. We said our one goal was to get. Honestly, it has nothing to do with us, but I take credit as I take credit as like there was some guy that works for Apple that's watching the Geekverse, watching Rant Repeat, and said, "Oh, we don't have a hangless mood, you know what?" And he just took a millisecond out of the day, probably boom, put it in the Apple frame, and it's there. And you and I use it all the time now.
Yeah, it's a great emoji. Where has it been all our life?
Well, that was the problem we talked about, because even Liam, when we brought it up to him, he's like, "That's stupid. Why would you want that?" But when he's looking through all the emoji, he's like, "Yeah, why wouldn't it be there?" Like it felt like it was excluded, and it felt like it was excluded because there's so many hand signals on the Apple one that I don't see anybody really use in real life. Not that I see actually too many people hang loosing.
Or like the rock on.
Well, there was ones really close, and especially because the rock on was like it was pretty far out, so it's like it could have been hang loose, but I wanted to bring that up because that was quite exhilarating. I remember when we saw that, and that just brought it back.
I sent you the text with it, and it just showed up a box.
And I didn't have it. You had it before me, and I updated my phone. It was my phone or the app or something.
Yeah, I updated the phone.
Yeah, and I was so mad because I was so worried. I was like, how come I can't do it? Things like that. And it's my favorite one now. I thank Apple so much because that was our first podcast. I was so excited, and that's why I needed to bring that, because we were going to talk about that like the month that happened, but you were doing a bunch of exams.
Yeah, that's true.
I was probably still on EI, not too much, but you were doing
now the tables have turned.
Yeah, now I'm just working all the time, and now you're just like at home.
Chilling.
You're chilling.
I'm playing Ghost Recon quite a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess we can update, because you've been on a Dynamic Duo and you've been on Geekverse Review, but other than that, and Spider-Man Retrospective, but those are filmed like, the episodes that are coming out now were filmed like months ago, even before you're in school, so like those don't count, so you haven't been in that many. So what's been going on with your life? Because people hear and see me all the time, maybe too much of the time. What's been going on with you?
So right now I just finished a semester of school. Been super busy with that.
School kids.
6 courses, and now I'm going to the States in a couple months here. So
I thought you were going to Quebec.
The end trip is in Quebec.
Right, I forgot this is a different. So
it's like think of a big U across the U.S. from like Vancouver-ish area.
So is the Quebec thing this time not a part of a school program thing?
Exactly, it's not part of a school program.
Oh, see, I didn't know about that yet. So you're starting in Quebec and ending in the States, or vice versa?
Vice versa. So I'm starting here in Kelowna. We're driving like here to Vancouver, down to LA, across Texas, down to Miami, and then up the East Coast, probably through like Tennessee
And for people that are new to this, Kyle's like obsessed with Quebec and everything. He's like, you're such a poser. I think you know French, but like the second he got back, he's listening to like the French radio station. He's like,
I was really immersed in the culture out there. I really enjoyed my time out there.
The first time, the second time.
The second time was okay. I think it's because I basically did a program that allowed the government paid for my schooling to go out there to learn another culture, and I thought it was a really cool idea. Food and hospitality was all paid for.
Crepes.
Yeah,
crepes
all the
so
crepes,
good.
all the poutine.
I got a strawberry cheesecake crepe. That was great.
And it was
poutine.
Quite the adventure. So I enjoyed all my adventures that I had out there, and for me, it was a good change from having this town of living in Kelowna as much as I love. It's just beautiful.
Well, you've been here your whole life.
My whole life,
haven't you?
Basically,
or were you in Calgary?
I lived in Calgary for like 4 years.
Yeah,
but
whatever. I
don't really count that. I grew up in Kelowna.
I wasn't a man.
For me, it was like the first place that I've just moved away, and it's something completely different. So
yeah,
that's why I like how you like Orlando so much.
Miami, get it right. Get it right. No, I love them both. I live in either one.
See, and then he would not shut up about it, and how nice, and blah blah blah, and kept going.
Well, I get there's no radio, but I wasn't listening to radio stations from Orlando.
Well, because they're in English anyway, so it doesn't matter. For me, it was cool to learn another language, and I was really about that. So, but it's hard to. No one speaks French here on the east, on the west, so it was hard. It's hard to keep up with it. You can't.
Yeah, and you possibly in the future want to move there. You've said to me before.
Maybe we'll
batting
see.
Around the idea.
The idea is out there, but it also depends of where my career life goes as well too.
And other things.
Yeah.
Because which we won't talk about 100%, but many times on this podcast we've talked about your dating life. You now have a girlfriend, correct? Is that
correct?
Is that does she listen or watch any of these that you're on?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I think we have the green light on this one.
Well, you know she does. Because I hadn't even asked you. Emily had asked me this. Yeah. The secretary had asked if you guys were like official.
Yeah.
Where are you official? Because I haven't asked that. Have you had that conversation yet?
Yeah, we're like pretty official.
Well, see, but you still sound pretty.
No, we are official.
Okay. It's not Facebook official yet, though.
Yeah, I don't really care about that.
I know. I was just asking. So. You got back, or you're going to Quebec in a little bit. Yeah. So that'll be, you're going in July, right?
Yeah, so going for just a week, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I'm spending my time in Quebec for a week. But I have family in, like, Toronto, so I'm going to go visit them as well, too. So it's a big, North American trip almost.
So just right when you get back, you leave again. And that's why I want to talk about the main topic. I haven't even talked about this with you. About possibly us, and this is going to get really behind the scenes, canceling a show on Geek First. Yes, because that's what I thought about. So
it's true. Yeah. We haven't really done much with it.
Which show do you think I'm talking about?
Dynamic Duo?
Yeah.
But yeah.
This is the problem that I want to come into. So a couple months ago I was talking with Dylan.
Yeah.
And
I figure that's where Honka Honka came from.
I have nothing to do with that show. That's Bruce Cruz and my brother.
Bruce Cruz and your brother.
I do not share the same views as my brother. I produce the show because they film it in this room. But my brother also lives in our basement, so I kind of have no choice.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, the reason is this thing. So I was talking with Dylan a couple months ago, and I was talking about canceling this show, Rant Rave Repeat, because it was just. It's literally. I want to keep doing it, but it was the thing of. We're doing all these shows, like we're doing, like you look at the shows we have right now. So we got Geek First, which usually we do 1 week, maybe sometimes 2 if there's reviews. So we got that. And then we have Geeks Creed with Taylor and Ruben. Then you have Raw Not with Taylor and Ruben. And then you had Dynamic Duo, and you had Rant Rave Repeat. Yeah. And now there's Hunka Hunka. And now there's Geek First Gauntlet, which people, thanks for checking out, like that. Yeah. So that's, I think we have, Netflix and Fail. Yeah. And I think there's one more. I think we have, there's one more, I think, because there's...
Spider-Man Retrospective.
So that's 10... We have 10 shows going on.
Yeah.
So that's pretty, once again,
quite a bit.
Tell your friends. We're producing the content, great content. All right, content. But,
we'll get there.
It's free. How are you going to complain? And if you really like it, you can get it on Patreon and support for early. If you really like us and want to support us. So, at first, I was talking to them about Rant Rave Repeat because we had not... I think it's 3... I think the last episode... February, March, April. I think it's been 3 months since one came out.
Yeah.
And it's maybe 2, but at least 3. Mm-hmm. One came out. So I was talking about potentially canceling that one.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, that's, it doesn't have much to do with anything and everything like that. But then, so I started thinking about it again. And the reason why I got to Dynamic Duo, and I don't think canceling like Dynamic Duo 100%, just gone. I still think there's things to do, like maybe every 6 months or every monthly. But the thing is,
I think continue.
Nope.
I was gonna say with our Geek First, we could just make more of a segment more about that comic.
The problem that was one of the problems that you're on it now, Geek First. So that was the problem, which is not a problem, but it's like the thing of Kirkland leaves, and they're like, well, we liked 6 because we always like having. I don't know why we like 6. It was just 6, and you were doing good, and then we were like, well, we always like having we can do a podcast with 1, we can do podcasts with 2 and 3 easy, but I think my favorite, 4 is usually good.
Yeah.
We have a lot. By the time we're recording this tomorrow, we have 7 people on Geek First tomorrow. Yeah. It's a slow news day, so it's fine. But 4 we kind of like, and we like having enough people that, and especially that was a year ago when now, myself, I've done a lot of solo casts, so now I know I could literally do a cast alone. But that was before when we were still we need numbers, we want to have a group of people. So Kirkland leaves, and then you come on, who you already were half of Dynamic Duo. Yeah. And then now when...
Well, a third.
What? Well, yeah, but once Liam goes, a half. It was just you and me, with Jeff guest starring and everything like that. Yeah. And that is difficult because he lives on the west side and just schedules. So there was that, and then... there was scheduling, and then there was you were on Geekverse now. Yeah. So this was my worry of when I was talking about Dynamic Duo, that things could get repetitive if because it's well, if we talk about Wonder Woman on Geekverse this week, what do we do for the next time? And that was the thing that was kind of good with when you and Liam weren't on, because you guys were fresh, you hadn't even talked about, so it's even though I would maybe say some repetitive things, you guys would have different views on it and whatnot. Yeah. So there was that. And then, I think over the year, with all the reviews and all the questions, all the stories, I feel like the whole group collectively now, we talk a lot more about comics and whatnot, because when I started it, we did talk,
there was a lot more gaming.
And, I'd say, movies, Star Wars, it was, I think it was more, actually, I do think it was maybe 60-40 for gaming. I think it's definitely shifted now. Yeah. We do cover a lot of gaming, but like I said, this is really inside baseball. Movie news usually does better. That's why for most time when you see our podcast, we may have an hour and a half of gaming news, but lots of times I put a movie headline, because whenever we've done gaming headlines, unless it's the Switch coming out, that was different, but unless it's a big thing or E3, usually the movie news people go to the most... Because
it's the most up-to-date thing that you get.
Yeah.
It's the newest
It's easier to jump on, too, because you may not... It may cost you $450 to get and play this game, or a movie could cost $12, so it's you could see it in review, right? Where a game, it's a lot different. So there was that, and I felt like everybody now, we were getting into more specifics about comic books, where I felt like you and I are already doing that Dynamic Duo, and this is not taking a shot at you, but the only reason why, another reason is because Liam's not there. He brought in that other when I say who's Christoph Waltz, do you know who that is?
He's the guy from he's the older gentleman with the German accent in Django.
Yes, he is. Okay. Damn it.
Damn. Yes. Throws out one random actor. I get it. This never happens. This is the first.
No, that's why I want to throw it out, because all the time I'll be like, oh, this person's playing so-and-so, and you'll be like, oh, great. And you'll look up and be like, oh, yeah, great. So that's where it's with Liam, he had that more, that's why I meant, we were talking about stuff that we wouldn't be talking about, even if you were on Geek First with Liam, we'd be talking about stuff that you and I wouldn't be talking about. So that's why it's I think maybe the problem is it says monthly, and right now we're kind of going through a little bit of change because we have new shows, we have new things and whatnot, and we want to go where things are successful. That's where I bring up the negative though, because Dynamic Duo's been doing pretty well lately. Our last one, I think on YouTube, was over somewhere, and these are small numbers for us, but it was somewhere over 100, and it was outpacing my Geekverse episodes, and I usually do well on the podcast. So that was my only thing of us running this is trying to create a business. It's do I kill this thing? But what are your thoughts about all this? Because and there's always the potential of in a year, if you leave, Dynamic Duo would be, or I know you said it probably wouldn't even be a year when you leave, but I was just looking at let's say somehow you get a firefighting job the next year,
Yeah.
you have to move.
Yeah.
Dynamic duo would end already. That's the thing where it's like, where do you come down on this? Because I've been thinking about this.
I don't know.
And it's just time. It's just, like I said, those 10
time.
shows.
Like, we have a lot of shows that we do, so it's just time management. Like, for me right now, I have a lot of time to do things. Like, today, I hung around all day, watched YouTube videos. Like, I didn't really do much. But, like, when I'm in school, like, it was hard for me. I was barely on any of the Geekverse, like, episodes or anything like that.
But to cut one more time, even when you have your free time now, before you leave and go back to school, I'm in the sense of, we've talked about this a few times, I want to finish the movie we started because I want to finish that, get any of that, and put that in the festivals. And it's like, I love doing the podcast stuff, but like if I had, okay, let's say it's this free day and it's like, oh, podcast or the filming stuff. I love doing the podcast, but the filming thing is a bit more pressing right now. So that's where it's like, before when you weren't on Geekverse, it was fine because like, oh, you're only dynamic duo, so I didn't feel like I was bugging you that much. But when it's like you're on dynamic duo, Rant Repeat, Geekverse, and I'd ask you to film, that's when it's like, I'm taking up
Spider-Man retrospective.
Yeah, Spider-Man retrospective. And now that you have a girlfriend, that's like 4. So it's like you have 10 things as well. So that's why it's like, I'm like, oh, like that's where it's like, I love doing dynamic duo, but like I want to finish my film here. I'm close to it. There's a few like we got to do it before we look any older because we did it last September, so we're still fine. I don't think we're gonna look too much different. But like, there's a few scenes we need to get. So that's where it's like, it's just more of the time for the whole situation. Sorry, I cut you off. I want to throw in that one little thing as well.
Oh yeah, no, not a problem at all. No, I just think it's just we've been busy. I think, and maybe if we cut down, do like, I guess our monthly podcast for it is not that bad. Just like
but we haven't done it past rounds because we've been so busy. That's the problem.
Oh, true enough. Eh?
And that's the thing, because I think because now with you being on Geekverse, with even if we get back to doing Rant Rave Repeat, which I have an episode, I'm gonna do an episode while you're gone. I'm letting them on because they hassled me about it last time. I'm gonna let Stephen Wong. Be on an episode. It's not going to be live because Wong needs to be censored. You will meet them in the month that you're on for your trip. I'm like, they're asking, they're like, we should be on, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know, that's such a risky gamble. So, like, I'm going to
be trolled.
I'm going to try. I literally don't know, like, if they could literally come on with, I swear there was some, I'm not going to get into because it's a strange story, but I swear Steve made up this complete story about Democrats and like made up this, like, it was really strange, but he didn't ever say like it was fake. He just kept talking about it the whole night, like there was some controversy thing and like it sounded too unrealistic, but he didn't sound like he was lying at all, and that's constantly them too. So I'm gonna have
they
them
like
on.
hype each other up too. So when they're on a train, there's no stopping that train.
So that's why when I was looking at shows, that's why I was like, I felt like I want to keep Rant Rave Repeat because I still feel like that was our show that we actually got our first ever feedback on from any fan was asking about us, and I still want to get more people from Geekverse on here because I feel like people that are fans of us, like they learn more about us, they get to see like behind the scenes conversations like this. So it's like this show for me was more valuable in the sense of I think it's a bit more versatile. We're a dynamic duo. I love it, and I still want to go, and I think it'd be different if we were obviously like bigger and stuff like that. But the problem is just time wise, you know, and like I said, I don't want to rehash the same stuff. That was some of the problems too when we were doing dynamic duo. I was like, oh, Kyle's on this. We've talked about this. What do we do?
Yeah,
you know?
Or like, do we bring up the subject again and kind of just reinforce our points? And if I guess it's good for the viewers who don't listen to Geekverse, but
because for a while we had that. I think,
But then if you listen to Geekverse and you listen to us, it's like, oh, okay, well they're just repeating themselves. So, meanwhile, like if we had like, it's always nice to have like Jeff or when Liam was on as well too, for sure, that you have that third insight and kind of just mixes things up. And gives you,
well, even when you weren't on Geekverse, it was a second insight as well. So you had two people's insight.
Yeah, that's true. So.
Well, and that's where I felt like, I still feel like, because he contacted me in June, we're going to do, hopefully, Liam's I love you, Liam, but you're a very flaky person. But he's like, like, he was on him, he was like, oh, I'm coming on this part, we should all hang out and do a podcast. I was like, great, so we're going to do, if this happens, a dynamic duo, probably a news one with him, just to pick his brain on stuff. But then we're going to do part 2 of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
Not greatest.
Greatest comic book characters.
Marvel? No.
Marvel.
We're going to do the...
What? It was DC and Marvel.
It was DC Marvel movies and then the 25 performances because that won't take as long.
Yeah.
So we're going to do, you should check out those podcasts. We're going to go and rebuff those lists and add movies or performances from this time.
Yeah.
So that'd be good. And I still feel like that podcast we did at the beginning of the year when we predicted like what would be the top box office, stuff like that. Like I think we could do more one-offs, like topics like that on Dynamic Duo. Like I don't want to fully kill it, but maybe like every 2 to 3 months sort of thing, you know?
We could do that,
Yeah, because there's so much more. Raw or Not, have you actually watched Raw or Not with Taylor Rubin?
No.
You should. It's really quick and it's really funny. They play terrible games and they drink. Oh, what did they drink last time? They drank something really gross. They do this thing where they have a wheel and they spin it and they have to play a bad video game, or they'll get like there's like an eat cat food option or something like that. It's like some Fear Factor shit. Watch it tonight when you get home. It's crazy talking about YouTube videos. But like, yeah, that was just a conclusion I came to. And it's like, and this is why I always say it's like behind the scenes stuff. I'm not announced this on Geek First. I will in July, hopefully everything's going well. I will be a new father. So, and this is not a troll, it's not a joke. I'm actually, you know, somehow there's some lady out there with my child. I don't think it's mine, but like, you know.
We'll see.
Apparently the courts say it's mine, so I guess I'm a dad in July, whatever, you know.
No Maury here.
I had no sexual relations with anybody, no secretary, anything like that. But no, so I know I'm going to be a lot busier. I know in July, other than like I think Comic-Con, I'm going to be on those podcasts, because like, not to brag, I have the most comic knowledge, so I kind of want to be there for those ones. But for most July, I'll be off. So that was just another thing. I was looking at stuff of like, I'm always a man of like planning and looking at time, and that was the thing of like, I think Dynamic Duo could go down a little, you know, and then it's a bit more special when, you know, it
when
pops
we have an
up.
episode.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, and that's why I guess you were kind of agreeing. Because the second I brought that up, I thought you were gonna bring up this show, but you brought up Dynamic Duo.
Yeah.
And why? Just because?
I guess for myself, like I don't know much about comic books, and like I'm slowly getting into it.
You're gonna read Infinity Gauntlet this week.
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna know everything that happens.
Now, I'm not gonna say. There's gonna be a certain end credit Guardian scene when they said a certain character. Now you know why I gasped when you said character. Yeah.
So those are the odd moments I want when I watch the film. When it comes up next year or the year after?
Next year, Infinity War. Next year,
So like,
you're like, oh, I know
that and that, and so I'm really excited to have that moment in the theater. So
then again, the only moment you've had like that was The Killing Joke, and that didn't pan out.
No,
because they don't really just fully adapt comic books, and you're like, man, we're all like, man, they're gonna adapt this fully, from start to finish.
No, it was
not
just
so much.
Roller coaster and a half.
Yeah. So, and that's, I think, too, like, even then, if you're reading comics and whatnot, you can still bring that knowledge to when you're on Geek First.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's where I thought, like, even though I love Dynamic Duo, I think Rant Rave Repeat was just like, we should keep the show around. Other people can do the show. It's a bit more versatile.
Yeah.
And, it's not going to go away. I think we'll still do specials.
And it doesn't have to be, I guess, us two. It could be, let's say, like, Dylan and Tyler. I don't really know. But
for Rant Rave Repeat?
Yeah.
Oh, I think for Dynamic Duo.
No,
I'm
for
like,
Dynamic.
What the fuck? They're just taking over our show? I didn't mean like that.
No, for Rant Rave Repeat. Right?
Hey, I love it, but I've always said, you know, if they ever wake up and smarten up and they fire me from this podcast, I'm taking Dynamic Duo. I created that brand. That was our that's why I never want to truly end it. That was our very first spin-off show. You know, it has it has a place in my heart.
Animosity to it?
Animosity?
Yeah.
No, that's like, animosity is if we're mad at each other. Yeah, like, I have animosity towards this man.
Oh. Isn't it not like feelings?
No, now you made me.
Oh no.
And what is the word though? It's like feeling. We're drowning.
Connected. Oh no.
Not connected. Well, it's connected, but like
connected.
Reminiscent. It's not nostalgia. What is the word?
It kind of is nostalgia.
Kind of, but like sentiment.
Oh,
there's
sentimental.
there is a sentimental favorite of mine because that was one of the ones Rant Repeat and Dynamic Duo was like, oh, I love Geek First, but I want a podcast where we talk about anything, and I want a podcast where we talk about comic books. But I feel like I said, we talk about that on Geek First now. We talk about the news.
Yeah.
Like, we recorded this before, but tomorrow, like, we're talking about Wonder Woman, we're talking about Defenders, we're talking about that Deadpool TV show. So it's like, it's all kind of, and they've learned more about it. So it's like, So I wanted to bring that up as like the main topic. So that was my rant, I guess. I don't know what that called.
Kind of, it was more of like you telling me, hey, what do you think of this?
That was right 100. And I had not briefed him on this
No,
at all.
I have no idea.
No. Because I was thinking about that today. I was like, you know what? I think it might be time to let it go on its own for a bit. And then when, like I said, when it comes back, it'll be special. And that'll be a good way to maybe not go out, but to maybe make that announcement for the Dynamic Duo fans when Liam's back. Because then we'll do the full circle and whatnot and everything. So, or like special ones like when Keegan was in town, like stuff like that. Like someone we know we're gonna get like. Just talk about just stuff in general, not news. So, I have a few quick ones to get your opinion on these. Okay. These are I've been saying these up for months. People on buses that listen to music that don't use headphones. This is a full-on rant. I fucking hate these people.
Wait, that happened?
It happens multiple times. Like obviously, so I don't have my license, so you don't take the bus as me.
Yeah.
When was the last time you even took a bus? You think?
Like 8 years ago. 9 years ago.
But like, so yeah, there's people that constantly just sit and they'll just have their phone blaring the music out.
I feel like that's kind of disrespectful for the people around you.
100%, and I've never understand it. It's almost as bad. Like it's fine if someone's talking in the bus, maybe they have to. Yeah. Actually, no, this is bad because I can get past that. The music. I don't want to hear their music. I think it happened once in Kelowna. Yeah. I think it happened once when we went to Orlando and Disney World. Someone actually had on the Disney World bus. And it's just like, because it's in this hot, enclosed space that's echoey, it's just so annoying. And it's like, even when one time I sing the bus, you have your headphones in, and I feel like it's still overblaring. I can still hear it.
I feel like, you've done your due diligence that your headphones are still in, even though it might be loud as fuck, but whatever, like you...
But my thing is maybe their headphones are broken, or they might be homeless and they just have a phone with music, and they don't have the headphones.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of disrespectful for people around you. Because what happens if they find that song offensive? But I guess if you don't give a fuck, then you don't give a fuck, and you play your music as loud as you want on the bus.
Yeah, and if I said something, they'd probably kick my ass. I don't want to mess with these people, but I had to bring that up as a rant. Another rant, and this one you'll have much more to add. Facebook Messenger trying to be like Snapchat. Now this is really old.
You mean the stories?
Everything, the stories, the top like the.
This is pretty old, but
it is. But these are how back it goes because I'm just saving them stuff like So I update. I'll lay the story out. Like I said, this is old. You all know if we use Facebook Messenger a lot because of Greek Verse and everything. It's like we're sharing news stories. We're talking about this. We have one with Liam specifically too, so we keep in touch with him. And it's like. So I use this a lot, and I think, is it when you go to Messenger, when you hit the top, it'll go in like photo mode. Oh yeah, it's my story, and it's like, I hit that accidentally all the time. I've never added to my story. I don't even want to, and I wish it was like, at the bottom how you could have different tabs. I wish it was like that because I wouldn't hit that accidentally. But many times I would like, do the swipe up from my Apple phone and everything like that. And I just hate that it's like, why are they trying to be Snapchat and they have a camera mode where you can take your iPhone or Facebook and you can do like different emojis and graphics, and it's just like it comes off really lame when it's like, I know what you're trying to be. I know what you're trying to do, and it frustrates me because I want to go back. I wish I had not updated my app at all because I see that constantly like in my story. I hit it accidentally and it's annoying, and it's just like, it's especially when I'm at work, I have enough time spelling correctly with my voice chat. My hands are dirty, so if I gotta respond to them, I go to respond, and it opens up the fucking camera thing, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it, and I'm sick and tired of it.
Now, the only thing I can think of is if Facebook bought Snapchat, and that's why they've taken this story thing.
But they haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, then...
I don't think... Or are you... Oh, is that...
No, because I'm pretty sure Facebook owns Instagram. So that's what... And they have stories as well, too. Oh, yeah. So Travis doesn't have Instagram.
No, I don't. Just because I have nothing against it. I just don't take enough photos to be like, oh, look at this. I'm 100% a Twitter guy. Yeah. I literally just opened up Facebook like 2 years ago for... some reason, I don't know why. I guess probably lots to do the podcast as well. Yeah. But like talking with them.
So with Instagram, around the same time that Facebook started, Instagram updated and had stories. Well, Facebook owns Instagram, so this is where that's why like there's a lot of memes going on around the time that like everything has a story now. It's like, oh, your calculator has a story and it shows like
Instagram
photos.
accusation,
Yeah. So a lot of so now you're seeing all these stories. I think it's cool from, let's say, like an Instagram point of view when you're following like stars and you can see what they're doing day to day. Like it's kind of like Twitter, right? But instead of just text, that's the pro of this story thing is just seeing what people are doing at that moment.
Do you actually check it though?
Not
on
really.
Messenger? No.
No, not on Facebook. On Instagram is a little different though.
So if I take a picture of my Facebook and add to my story, that goes to my Instagram story as well?
It possibly could be linked as well too.
Possibly though.
I don't use it, so I don't know.
We should test this out tonight.
Yeah, but I think it's just for Facebook itself, not for Instagram. Because anything you post on Instagram, you could link it so it also gets posted on Facebook.
I have that on my Twitter too. I have it
Yeah.
private because I tweet way too much and would just spam everybody. So I just select certain ones. So that I know. I just feel like if you buy Instagram, and I get what you were saying about like incorporating Facebook, but I just feel like if you buy it, wouldn't you just
let it be its own thing
Yeah.
instead of like trying to make it more like a coincide one app, really?
Yeah, like to me, then I would say you go, okay, or closing down Instagram. If you want to do your photo shit, do it on Facebook. Like, it seems weird. I'm glad to know that because I always felt like Facebook was trying to be Snapchat, and I love Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter for the past few years has been like trying their best to be Facebook, and it's so annoying. They changed the stars to the like and everything like that. And there's a few other little things that they've done is just, I can't remember. Oh, they've been threatening with it. It's still a rumor that they're gonna make the characters like you could go up to like 14,000 or something like that. Instead,
really?
it's like I do not want Twitter. It's just like supposed to be quick little thoughts.
Concise,
Yeah, like I do not want that at all.
You get that nice update of Donald Trump.
Oh,
it's like living live updates.
Yeah,
it's great.
I don't need them to write a whole paragraph. I don't follow them, but like I don't need a whole paragraph. And the other thing is, I love they're trying to be Facebook, but they have yet still to create an edit button. And I have a lot of problems with this because I've gotten shit from all of you before.
Yeah.
I do the Geek vs. Twitter. Lots of times I'm doing the voice chat, or sometimes I do spell something wrong. And the pain, Facebook fine, YouTube fine, but the pain of when you see something spelt wrong on Twitter, like I've done it, that means you have to go delete the tweet and start over. There's no edit on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's been this long and I still don't have it. I don't understand it. I really don't.
You know what? Like, I guess that's your thought, and you're just getting it out. You might as well delete it if you don't believe in it.
I spelled it wrong though. So while I was looking into the reason I was laughing earlier, because I put, which we've gone to Google. Literally, once again, if you're new, one episode we were just like typing words in Google and seeing what would come up next. So I was going to put, has Facebook bought Snapchat? The first thing that comes up is, has someone blocked me on Facebook? Has my Facebook been hacked? Has Facebook been hacked? Has someone hacked my Facebook? So other than the block, they're all about that. But so you never even I just find
I've never used the story option.
That's my biggest problem too. Is don't they have? Because before I thought it was just the top, but don't they have a picture button right in the middle of all the options now? Because there's like messages, groups. Yeah, that's
they really
too.
try to incorporate this Facebook
the Snap or the Instagram, and that's what I didn't like too.
Now I'm gonna counter this. What do you think of this Facebook Live thing that they do?
I like it and don't like it. Facebook really buy Snapchat for $5 billion October 30th, 2016. What the fuck?
So Facebook did buy Snapchat. I was pretty sure, because otherwise I'm like, why do all these things have stories now? Because it'd be a copyright issue possibly. I'm not too sure.
Where? But I don't know. But because someone.
Yeah, this makes sense.
I don't know, because then there's an article in March 28th, 2017 says Facebook borrows from Snapchat's playbook ... again.
Oh.
Let's see. Since then, Facebook has tried to copy multiple features. Okay. Oh, so no, they try. Okay, here we go. We got the full. Here we go. This is stupid off topic. Facebook execs just revealed their shameless plan for taking down Snapchat. Snapchat parent company Snap. Really, that's your parent company. Cool. Filed to become a public company today. This was. Well, February 2nd, 2017. So not too far away. One topic, and this was during an earnings call for Snap, one topic that kept popping up throughout the call was Instagram, the Facebook-owned photo and video sharing service, which could undermine Snap's chance of becoming a profitable company.
Yeah.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg tried to buy Snapchat back in 2013 for $3 billion and was rebuffed. Since then, Facebook has tried to copy multiple features Snapchat's at for standalone Facebook apps and recently inserted what's more or less a clone of Snapchat in Instagram on top of that its original features. So see, I'm right. They are copying them and it's so bullshit. Trying to be, I don't even care. I rarely use Snapchat anymore, but it's so annoying. I don't use Messenger for that. And it's just like, there should be...
Messenger is like also incorporated with Facebook as well too. There's 2 apps that you use now.
Remember back in the day when it was just you could use Facebook and you could go to... Kids don't even... What is that meme about the kids that grew up in the 90s?
Yeah, will know this.
Yeah, will know this. And I will be like the Facebook like Messenger thing. Like, I didn't mind the 2 apps because it was just like...
I guess the app itself would be like a lot of data to compute.
Yeah.
Especially with all those messengers.
And I didn't mind, like, I use it especially, and another reason I use it a lot of time too is like when I'll message like you or Taylor, lots of times I don't use Messenger because like I prefer it. I use it because I might message you 6 in the morning and I know, hey, if I use Messenger, there's no sound, right? There's no sound?
No, you can have sound.
Yeah, but you don't have sound, right?
I don't have sound regardless.
But okay, but some people...
Some people might have like a sound for text, but for Facebook they might not have anything.
Because like your phone, you might leave it on for your alarm or something like that. Where Messenger, you have to go and turn the sound. It's not automatic sound. So that's why I've always used Messenger.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah, because like when I'll message people like, because I'm up really early at work, and that's why it's just like not to wake people up.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I still like the dignity of like, Kyle knows this, long-time listeners know this, Frank Underwood of Kelowna. I like knowing it's been seen. So I can know, is this fucker, like, especially you and Liam, you've been on point, but you and Liam, when I saw you in the podcast, I need to know, hey, has this been seen? Do you guys know what the topic is today? Or are you guys just going to show up and fuck me because you have no idea what we're talking about? So I kind of like the scene thing because it reminds me of, like, if I've seen that this person's seen it, I'll be like, okay, I'll give you 5 hours to respond. If you don't, I'm hitting you with it again because you've seen it and you're clearly ignoring me.
What he'll do, he'll snap you. He'll send you a text message, and the snap will have nothing to do with the conversation before. It's just something random. It's like, oh, just at work. And if you open that snap, and then you get another snap afterwards saying, you fucker, like, read my text.
We've talked about this before. Yeah, no, it's the reverse where I'll text and if I haven't heard anything, I'll send a snap as a trap. And then once I open it, it's like, I know they have their phone. I got them. But yeah, so that's why I wanted to bring that up. I'm sick and tired of that because I use Messenger so much and it annoys me and I have no other choice to use it because of our group. It's just, I was starting to like Messenger and I really, really was frustrated by that.
I feel like that, like, this story thing, if Facebook still wants
one person used it on my Facebook.
I've never seen anyone really use it before on Facebook. On Instagram all the time, and obviously on Snapchat, because to see someone's night of what they went through is sometimes hilarious.
Yeah, that's what Snapchat's definitely turned into. The stories are a lot more full than before, because I feel like
Facebook is like for your family. And I feel like Instagram's kind of like family,
and
friends,
for
promoting, and Facebook
podcast,
But Snapchat's just like its own like world of just kind of.
It's kind of like those memes when it's
just like your friends.
It's like a picture of like someone really nice and like looks in a suit well kept. It's like me on Facebook, and then it goes me on Twitter, and it's like someone drunk and party. That's how I do feel like Snapchat is because it's that thing of like, oh, the snaps go away, even though you could clearly just save and whatnot. But the stories. I rarely get snaps from people anymore, but I see lots of stories. I kind of forget.
Stories are huge.
I don't think I don't know the last time I've sent an actual. I think I sent a Snapchat to Wong a while back ago. Other than that, but like, and Wong's, you're only gonna talk to him about it. His is the worst. He'll just always just use a Snapchat. He'll just take a picture of like a table
or playing tennis, but just like a racket or like ball.
Never his face. Like, he doesn't want people to know that he's there. So. Wanted to rant about that. This is a super, super mini rant.
Sorry, you didn't finish what you thought about Facebook Live. It's okay.
Right. So Facebook Live, I like it because one, I want to use it more as a like promoter of podcasts because anytime it pops up, people will come to your page, things like that. Like even tonight, I thought about like, oh, if we're sitting around Kelly's, we're going out for Tyler's birthday, by the way. Keep first member, and it's like, oh, if we're all sitting around, no one's around Wi-Fi, I'd honestly just get on there and talk to fans or just like updates because like, oh, you get to see what we're doing. I like that. I really liked it when we started streaming officially. Like first we did recording, then we started streaming. and we can stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, be live, so people can watch us. When we started streaming, which was maybe when we started really streaming, like we played, it was like last September to November. You could stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook at the same time. So, and we had a lot of people. I remember at one point our Doctor Strange review was being watched by like 70 people. Yeah. That's not a lot for, I know, there's many big, but for us who was just like a year and a half into podcasting, that was a lot.
It was good for us,
It was good for us, and it's like on YouTube usually has a bit more of an incline later because I do promoting, I get out there, but Facebook, we have like 300, almost 350 people at like our page. So it's like, the second they see us live, they maybe seen the movie, they go, oh, watch it here. Yes, because like, no, like it's not a lie. We have ads on YouTube because we're a YouTube partner and we can make money off those ads. Yeah. So it hurts you a little bit there, but you get more eyes on your product. It was in the new year that they made it that you can't stream to multiple places while on Facebook Live. Oh. So that's why
made it more exclusive.
Yeah, so to make it more exclusive, fuck you. We just don't do it. We don't, because it's like there's no point. YouTube and Twitch are more, like we have a bigger fan base there. Yeah. Facebook, like I said, we had people tuning in, I think more, but it's just like for us from a business wise, like if I had to pick one, Facebook or YouTube, I'm gonna go to YouTube. More people use it. And Facebook, you don't know how many people are just clicking just to see what's up and leave right away, or they forget it's on. I don't know. So I like Facebook Live. I like anything live. I think Twitter has one. I like that. I think it's good for brands and whatnot. But I hated that it was a classic Facebook move of like, hey, you can't stream other places. And at the end of the day, why the fuck does it really matter if like so let's say right now this is record, but if we stream this to YouTube and Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, why would it matter? Like, why are they so worried that you're gonna like go, like if you're watching on Facebook, you're like, oh, this isn't good enough, I'm gonna go to YouTube, because the quality would be the same. I think maybe that's it. Maybe the Facebook quality is lower,
just the way it works, but
because Facebook picture quality is shit.
I wonder if it was just because of those murders that have been happening via Facebook Live.
I don't think that's it. This was months ago.
I'm thinking maybe those companies don't want anything to do with Facebook, and that's why Facebook is now by themselves.
No, I think it's the other way. I think Facebook, because they're the ones. Because why would you? Because the problem is with our streaming is you have like a feed and then you stream it out. So it's not like we're streaming from Facebook to YouTube. Yeah. So like if you and me tonight get on Facebook Live Geek First and we start talking, we can't just send that out to YouTube. We'd need a computer. So that's where that thing wouldn't happen. You couldn't just send it out. And I'm pretty sure it's Facebook. Not because when I went to do it originally, it was like, oh, Facebook will not allow you to stream to other places. It has to just be Facebook. So like the only time we stream on Facebook, and we're gonna do it for E3, is when the Nintendo Switch conference happened. We streamed us watching it, so you could watch along with us, see our reaction. Because that was like, that doesn't matter on YouTube. Like our friends might check this out, and they did and like watch us have like our funny reactions, and then the actual like podcast talking with our opinions. We did it on YouTube, so we're gonna use it for that, like when we're sitting around or whatnot. But
you don't think so?
Don't think so. What?
I'm like serious about like maybe it's because of all the murders that have been happening.
But I don't think it was YouTube or Twitch that said that. I think it was Facebook. That I think it's them that want that to be exclusive. And is that what you're talking about in general of it not being a good idea? Yeah. That's a different can of worms. I thought you were just asking from a podcast perspective. I think it sucks, but I think it's something that. Not that we're gonna have to get used to, because that sounds terrible, but I just think it's like it's a part of the times now. You know, it's like it's never gonna get to that point, but it's like in some of those sci-fi movies when they're like, we have 10 people in jail and they're gonna fight, like, oh, Hunger Games. There you go. I don't think we'll ever get to that. Yeah. But I think we're not close, but just we'll never get to that height. But I think the Facebook Live thing is kind of like that. I don't think people enjoy watching or anything like that, even though you have thousands of people watching it. I think it's just a thing of, this really sucks and it's really sad and this is a shame, but I don't think Facebook or YouTube are gonna take it down because it's just such a good feature.
Yeah. Well, I've never really heard any problems with that with YouTube, because YouTube's have their live and everything as well too, and you have to be like, I'm assuming anyone can have Facebook, and I feel like YouTube's a lot more strict with the video content.
Well, the thing is too, do you have like an official YouTube app? Yeah. I felt like I'd have to look into it. I think on YouTube now you can do, from your phone you can go straight to live. Like I think there's like a video option, and it's either record now or put up a video. Yeah. So I wonder if it's just like two reasons. One, YouTube is just getting in the game. Like you can do it from the computer, but I think the app maybe, who knows? Because I have YouTube app, but like the past year is the only time I've been like looking at it from like putting up videos, because like I'm not a YouTuber. Now we have the podcast, so I do that. So that's where I have some experience. But I wonder if Facebook's just because one, more people use it, so they'll see Facebook.
More people use it on their phones than they do like via computer. Right?
And I think it's a kind of an egotistical thing where if there's somebody that's sick enough to go kill people and film it, I think they'll do it on Facebook, because on YouTube you could create an account. You're going to have possibly 0 people following you. And yeah, someone could find it eventually, but there could be, and it probably would spread if someone's getting murdered, but there's a chance that you could put on YouTube 0 followers, put it up, you could be murdering these people, no one would see you do it. Yeah. And from the person that's sick, I think that wouldn't satisfy them. So I think they like the audience because they have Facebook friends, and they probably want their Facebook friends to see it, unfortunately, if they feel they've been wronged or something like this. So true. You took this to I think this is the deepest rant
I just wanted to know
has ever gone. What do you feel about it? You asked me, what do you feel about it?
I don't know. I feel like I guess a lot of this negative annotations come from it, so I don't know if they should just keep going with this, even though it is great, to have those. Live feed is able to watch my girlfriend's presentation.
Where is this going?
Yeah. I would say
live on Facebook.
Live. She's doing like a national presentation, so it was really cool to watch that, and it's all through the Facebook app as well, or kind of like sports events as well too.
Now, did you watch Dave Chappelle's 2 Netflix specials?
Yes.
So you remember when he's talking about creating a superhero that does a lot of good things, but one really bad thing, but because he did all those good things, should he be in trouble for that one bad thing? And the same thing about Cosby. Remember when he said like, he gave us years of television, helped charities, all these children, but then he did this really bad thing, but does it balance out? Yeah. That's my way of looking at this. For the amount of times this has happened, especially the past year a few times, but I think the amount of times, if you were to look at the live streams and you went, okay, how many of these have resulted in murder? Yeah. Maybe not even 5%, I would bet. Yeah, don't you think? Like, you think about people that use it for podcasts, use it like The Rock, who'll jump on there. So that's what I think. I think it's just because something that terrible you hear everywhere, right? Yeah. But I'm sure Kevin Hart may jump on there 10 times a day, and you've not heard it all because you don't give a fuck. Like, you like Kevin Hart, but it's like, I don't need to see what he's talking about every day. So that's why I would bet that it'd be under 5% the amount of time something really terrible has happened for. Because that's been the only thing. I thought there was going to be a lot more kind of like sex stuff happening once the live stuff started happening, and it still hasn't.
I think it's just because Facebook is like, everyone has their family on it, and why would you post something that's like very sexual?
Well, I still thought people would use accounts, but I guess it's different because there's different websites for that where you can get people to pay money or anything like that. So
there's websites for that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I still thought it was a possibility of it, but so I think the percentage is probably pretty low. And at the end of the day, I think they'd find some way to do it, because it's just like I don't think it's an expression of like movies don't create psychopaths. They make them just more creative. And I believe that. Like, I think that guy's gonna kill those people no matter what. So it's just up to people not to watch or whatnot. Yeah. I have 3 ones. I have one that's really quick. I bring this up because you love Will Ferrell movies, correct?
Yes.
You've been on cast, I think, quote, say you think that Step Brothers could be your favorite movie of all time.
It's pretty up there.
Mm-hmm. So do you own the DVD of Step Brothers? Yeah. Have you ever watched the lead scenes?
I think I have, actually.
Have you ever seen the scene where is it Dale and Brennan? That's their names, right? When they're in the bed, it's the first time when they're sleeping together, like in separate beds, and they hate each other at this point in the movie. And this is a rave, because I love this. And they're talking, like, saying insults to one another, and like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, blah, blah. And at one point, Dale, John C. Reilly's character, tells a story about a ghost and about someone being murdered in their house and how there's a ghost that like walks the halls. Do you remember this at all? I think
so. So it's been a long time since I've seen the movie.
Yeah, at one point like the house creaks and Will Ferrell's character is like super scared. Like he believes it. He's like, oh, and like everything like that. So there's that, and I was remembering when I watched. Oh, Talladega Nights was on Netflix.
Yeah.
And this is where it's going. It's a long walk, but follow me. So it was on Netflix. So back in the day, my mom used to know a guy who could torrent movies and put them on DVDs. I have a couple where is it? Like, look at this Pirates of the Caribbean 3. Look at this. I got this while it was in theaters. You can tell it's a bootleg thing. You can look at the disc.
Oh yeah,
It's
classic,
just a sticker. Yeah,
oh, it's always your mom who knew someone
yeah,
who did this stuff. Yeah.
So I had got, and it's just of course they're cheaper and whatnot. So I'd be getting movies that were right at the theater. I remember for my birthday way back, I got X2 for my birthday, and it had just come out in theaters, and I was like, oh man, we're watching at my house, cool kid and everything like that. Seeing this help. So she had got me Talladega Nights for my birthday one time or Christmas or something, and I was watching it. And I guess this whole time it was the unrated edition.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the only version I had seen.
Oh.
So I saw it on Netflix, and I was like, oh man, this is great. I haven't seen it in a while. I'd like to watch it. It's probably one of his better, I think it's one of his best, maybe top 3 Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and there's so many scenes missing. There's so much missing. Yeah. And it's so funny because, the unrated ones are looked at probably as weaker because we put some deleted scenes in there that some people like, some people didn't. But it's when they're taken out for me, it's I find the original Talladega is less fun. So this whole time I've been talking to people in my life about Talladega Nights. I've been watching pretty much a different version than they have. But what happened was there was one time. So you remember when I don't remember there Ricky Bobby, who was. Oh, Cal Non Jr. That was John Cena on that. So remember when Cal, his wife breaks up with Ricky Bobby, and they end up together. And one night he phones him, and he's just like, "What are you doing? You're with my wife. You can't be phoning me. I'm not your friend anymore."
Yeah.
So there's that scene. In that scene, John C. And this is in the unrated version, so it was not in Talladega.
Oh, okay.
John C. Reilly is saying that I think your house is haunted. And I think I've heard ghosts and everything and whatnot. He's and the animal comes in are you sure there's not ghosts? No, man, there's not ghosts or something like that. Yeah. And at one point, he hangs the phone down, and then there's a and he turns again. My rave was, why are there so many? It's just 2. Why are these 2 great Will Ferrell movies with John C. Reilly? Both the deleted scenes are about ghosts, and I thought I brought this up with you because you love Will Ferrell movies. But I was just watching this, and I was like, for some reason, they want to do this ghost joke. And right now, they're doing a Sherlock Holmes parody movie. So he's playing Sherlock Holmes, and John C. Reilly's playing Watson.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, is there going to be a ghost joke in this time? And is it actually making a theatrical edition? Yeah. I just thought that was funny that both movies have a ghost joke that didn't make the final cut.
Maybe they just really want it.
And then, but someone keeps cutting it.
Someone's like, you know what? No, this is a little too much.
Well, the thing is, because somebody's I imagine they've played in the theater and it maybe doesn't get that much laughs. Yeah. But I love ghost humor. I love anything to do with ghosts. I have a very cheesy dad joke that I do all...
Here we go. I'm ready for it. I want to hear it.
My future child, I'm sorry to hit you with this so many times. I do the classic where it's some setup of life.
He's not even a... What is it?
It's not even that funny. It's just funny to me because I like ghost humor and scary humor. So it's a thing of I don't know how the set would happen, but it's just been let's say your girlfriend, you call her and she doesn't pick up and whatnot, and you'd be like, oh, Travis, I haven't talked to her all day. Not worried, just oh, I haven't talked to so and so all day. Yeah. So I'm just wondering what to hear from her, and then. I don't see the context doesn't make. I'm gonna have to wait till we do it on a podcast. Yeah. It'd be my joke is always and then you would go up to let's say her house. Yeah. Her mom answers the door and you'd be like, "Oh, is so and so here?" And the mom would go, "She's been dead for 10 years." So I know.
Sorry.
It's not funny at all. I will do it in context.
The worst delivery ever.
The reason, because there's no context. I can't set up, maybe tonight I'll do it on podcast for sure, but I always do that joke when someone brings up oh, I went to this person and this person, because I always think the joke of, oh, people have done that in actual horror movies, right? Yeah. Where it's the joke is oh yeah, oh, I know Bernice, and then the dad's what do you mean Bernice? Oh, I just talked to her yesterday, and then, and this is in a serious horror movie, they'd be she's been dead for 5 years. And I just I use that in a joke. See, I'm trying to, the context is tough to explain.
I feel like that would be funny because I think I've seen that before.
But I do it, it's in serious movies. Yeah. I do it in joking things. When someone brings it up, I will, I will hit it in a podcast.
Yeah.
I may even already hit it by the time you guys hear this. But, like, it's one of my favorite jokes to to throw out there. Emily's stolen it from me a couple times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why it goes up there with the, like, have you seen the clown that hides from gay people?
Oh,
and the
yeah.
person says no. Like, it's one of those stupid jokes that just, like,
Yeah.
get me 100%. But I will find a context for us and the listeners. I promise you.
I hope so.
That was my rave. Last one, because we actually will have to get going here soon.
Okay.
Not for listeners. We're in this listeners. They just think we're in this room for the whole time. So, Little Caesars. What are just your opinion on Little Caesars pizza to begin with? This is a rant.
I feel like the pizza itself is just a good. I'm really cheap today, and I just need something to fill me up. And I'm not going for the pizza. I'm just going.
You're going for pizza, but you know you're going for not the best pizza.
Like, there was a time I remember in high school where like Little Caesars was really good, but then I feel like they switched. Something happened.
Do you think high school or middle school? Because my mom used to buy it for my sister and I all the time because it was like that get your Han ready cheap like.
See, I had Little Caesars beside my high school when I was growing up. So like grade 10, I remember like it being good, but then like I remember like 11 and 12 wasn't like as good. Like I remember like something specifically switched, and the pizza like wasn't as good as I remember it being.
What now do you think puts it on that level of not being as good?
I feel like the cheese. Or, like, it just feels... I guess it's so cheap, so it's done cheaply.
For me, it's the sauce. I feel like they put way too much tomato sauce on those pizzas. It's always been the sauce. It's still good. There's 3 things in life that I think are good no matter what. Popcorn, sex, and pizza. Even when it's bad, it's still good. It has to be really bad. Sex and popcorn has to be really bad for you not to like it. That's the same way I feel about pizza. Even the most... all-right pizza is like, well, it's pizza, and pizza is great.
Yeah.
So my thing is, never really liked Little Caesars. For some reason, I had seen...
Don't you remember, as a kid, though, it being the best thing ever, getting Little Caesars?
I remember Mom getting it on and liking it a bit, but I remember having it so much that I started to dislike it.
I wonder if that's what also happened to me as
I think that's what it was. And because for me, it was kind of like... let's say it's like... another sex analogy.
Yeah.
Once you lose your virginity, you're like, that's great. That's the best it's ever going to get.
Yeah.
And that's to me what Little Caesars was like. Well, this is great. And then once you go out there, you try some other pizzas, you try your Domino's, you try your Papa John's, you try your Pizza Hut, you're like, there's other good flavors out there, you know? And that's what I felt Little Caesars was, where it's like, it was good to a point and you were more in love with it, but then once you tried a different slice, you're like, I could like this pizza too, you know? So Little Caesars, I would say... I hate it, even though I love pizza. So, like, if someone's like, hey, I don't Little Caesars, I'll eat the fuck out of that because it's pizza. But, like, on the pizza scale, hate it.
If someone's going to give you an option, like, hey, do you want Domino's or do you want Little Caesars? Like, well...
Domino's. What's your favorite pizza brand?
I think it's just actually the one in here in Kelowna's Pizza Factory.
Right? You've always said we have to get it, and we never end up getting it.
Yeah. It's amazing. I quite enjoy it.
Is that the 2 for 1 or whatever?
They do like deals like that as well too. So.
Well, this is gonna be a mini.
But you want to do like, let's say like big brand names like Papa John's.
Let's tail this and do this another time for Rant Rave Repeat. We'll do a rank. We'll get to the back. We'll do a ranking like how we do like comic books. We'll talk about consistency. Maybe we'll wait for Liam to be on there because sometimes he's stoned. So we'll do that. That'll be the headline: best pizzas around. So we're gonna do that topic. So. Shelve that. So Little Caesars. So same thing. For me, it's been the sauce. Didn't really like it.
Yeah.
But one thing I've been loving, Kyle. One thing I've fallen in love with that made me love pizza even more. It's just kind of like another sex analogy. When you've been with someone for a long time and they pull a move you never knew they had. Wow, great. Pizza has been doing this deep dish.
Oh, that's what I was saying. The deep dish though from Little Caesars.
So good.
Changed the game.
Okay, that's what I want to get. This is what I want to get to. So, I love deep dish in general. I got it the first time at Domino's. Just love it. A pizza being fried up like that. It's just something... There's just something great about which Domino's, did you know, if you can... I think it's Domino's and Papa John's. They only come in medium size, though, because of the skillets.
Yeah.
So, Little Caesars, theirs is pretty big. But, yeah, the deep dish. So, I had seen it just like driving by around. I think on a commercial.
Yeah.
I see the deep dish and whatnot. And the other thing that had in it, I'm not sure. Have you had the deep dish with stuffed crust?
No, I haven't.
Try it. It is a delight. It is
from Domino's.
No, from From Little Caesars.
Oh
yeah, only $14. It's worth it. It's good. But like, I'm a big stuffed crust guy. As a kid, that was like the luxury you always want your parents to get, and they got like once every 6 months because it was probably like $5 more. You're like, but stuffed crust, like, and especially now as I've gone older, I feel like I like crust more. But as a kid, it was always like a nuisance to eat. Yeah. And like, at least with Papa John's, Donald's like a dipping sauce now, so that's great for the crust. But love stuffed crust. So I'm loving deep fried pizza from Papa John's, from Donald's, all of it. So I'm willing to give deep fried pizza a chance anywhere. See Little Caesars is doing it, and I'm like, okay, I'm interested. It looked really good. Those pictures, they look good.
They look amazing.
And I think even when they came out, it looked very similar to pizza. Yeah. And then I saw it with stuffed crust, which a lot of pizza places don't really do anymore.
No. I feel like it was popular back then.
It was huge, like 05, like 04 to 06, it was huge. Yeah. But this is why I think it stopped being huge, and this is a part of my rant. So I go in there, and I can't remember. I think it was I worked or I did something. It was a long day, and it was like it was a podcast. It was a day when we did a bunch of Gauntlet recordings and a bunch of podcasts together, and I hadn't eaten, and I was just tired. I was just like, I just want something gross. I want something greasy,
something real quick.
Yeah, I haven't worked out, so it's like, this isn't hurting my body. Like, I've already not done anything. The pizza's not going towards my muscles, so I'm like, I want something. Like, I've been having my eye on this pizza. So I go in, and it's like I said, 9. I think they close at 10, 9. I go in, it's empty. I'm the only one in there. And it's a small one up at Rutland's for people to know. It's literally just like, there's the kitchen, there's a desk, and there's like one small.
I think most Little Caesars are like that.
Yeah, they're pretty small. So, but I don't know, is it in America, Little Caesars?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm impressioning, because it could be different there, but for us, they're all pretty small. So I go in there, I have my heart set on this, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I want the pizza, and I go in there, get the classic Best Buy where I look. And you know, there was like the little section of chairs. Yeah. The employee is leaning back on the chair, texting on his phone. Which, whatever, cool, because like I've been there before. Yeah. We've done it. We've all done it. We've all done it. But so that's happening, and then there's like another girl behind the kitchen. And she's just doing the same thing. And I walk, and I kind of have to like to shuffle my feet. And the second I shuffle, he's like, "Oh," he puts the phone right away and goes there. So he goes to the desk, and I walk up, and I'm looking to see like so I can make sure. It's there because I recently went to Taco Bell and wanted to get the naked fucking chulapa taco that has chicken skin around it. Oh wow! Shows on my deals does not exist in Canada or in Kelowna. She said we don't serve that anymore. I've gone to Taco Bell many times. Yeah. They never once had it. Have you heard about this? The taco with fried chicken skin around it. Oh wow! I need to try it. We've never gone there, but they say, oh, we used to have it. Maybe we have for like a day.
Probably because our town's too white for that.
Oh, 100%. So, it doesn't sell enough. Yeah. I'll buy it. So I go up there and I'm like, oh, there it is. Good. I'm ready for my order. I walk up, I'm like, I want the deep dish, is it deep?
Deep dish pizza with stuffed crust.
Was it deep dish? Yeah.
Yeah, it's deep dish.
So a deep dish, pepperoni with stuffed crust. And he goes, oh, well, that would take about 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And he goes, are you sure though? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'll take that. Yeah. And he's like, well, there's other deep dishes here that are pepperoni and whatnot. And I'm like, no, I think I'll take the stuffed crust deep dish. And then again, he said, are you sure? So he 100% just was so fucking lazy, just didn't want to make this at all. He hit me with 3 are you sure? I'm the paying customer. Like, and that's how I knew. That's why it's like the texter was like, oh, everybody does that. But that's why I'm like, this guy's fucking lazy. And I couldn't, me and the secretary were there, and we almost started laughing because I thought he was joking, but like he was dead serious. And I was like, they close at 10. It's at 9. I get it on the later one, but it's like there's still a full hour. Yeah. It's a pizza, but like I just remember like I don't know. I felt like I was like base dive jumping, and I was unsure. And he's like, "Are you sure?" And it's just like, buddy, just because you're being lazy, you're gonna make me that fucking pizza. That's what I wanted. And like, I just love in the middle how he tried to sales pitch me. Like, no, we got these medium pizzas, and they're just sitting there. They've probably been sitting there for hours. And it's like, that's not selling me on it. So that's what I think, and that was my rant. That's why I think people don't do stuffed crust as much, because I think it takes an extra time to make it.
Oh, for sure it does.
Yeah, and that's why this guy didn't
probably to bake it as well too.
Yeah, and that's why I think this guy didn't want to make it, because like
he knew how much work that was going on.
Yeah, but I was at the point where it's like, we've done this at Best Buy where people will come to same thing. I used to sell TVs, and it's like there's 30 minutes left. Hey, can you give me a TV? It's like, I don't want to do all this paperwork, and I've been there. But it's like I was at the point where I was so tired and hungry. That's where it's like I couldn't do the like, oh, like I'm sorry, but I really want. I was just like, no, like I'm having this pizza. I was pissed, and then the second thing he already hit me with, are you sure? I'm tired. I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, don't mess with me. Like, I want this. I almost burst out laughing. And then, so I go out the car and wait for 20 minutes. When I walk back in, he's over there texting. He's like, pizza's still going to be 5 minutes. And I was just like, at least just wait till I'm gone now. So at this point, I'm like, the first time I was like, oh, I get it. You're texting. This time I'm pissed. I didn't say anything to him. I was just like, man, fuck you. You're super. So it wasn't even like, it wasn't even like the classic, oh, when you're closing, you get super lazy. This guy was just super lazy. And
just in general.
I couldn't believe that he was just trying to, like, video game character, like, no, you don't want to kill this guy. Like, oh, are you sure you want this pizza?
Do you really want this, though?
Well, and this is the thing, too, because this is the only reason I'd go to a Little Caesars, is to have this pizza for no other reason. So for him to... And he doesn't know my backstory. No. I haven't eaten Little Caesars in years. But for him to constantly keep being like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm 100% sure I want this pizza. I got this pizza.
I'm even more sure that I want it.
Oh, yeah, just to piss you off.
Reinforced
you know what? I want two. And then so I had the pizza. Great. Went back 2 days later, got the same pizza.
It was that good?
Oh, it was that good. Try it with the stuffed crust. Once, it's worth it. It is really good.
Yeah, because by my school, Little Caesars is still there. I guess my high school and my college university is right beside each other. So went there. Special, deep dish, $5, and you get a pop.
Ooh.
Oh, great deal. It was amazing. So next time I'll try to hit that up.
Is it deep dish, though? I think we're wrong.
It's deep dish.
They say deep dish all the time when they...
Man, it is deep dish.
What is...
Just put Little Caesars.
Hang on, no, I'm going to Domino's.
Well, Domino's, they have their, like, flat bread.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Hang on, we were talking about the same thing, but the deep dish is something they offer. But, okay, menu. Here we go. Gripping television, people. Let's see. Okay, I'm ordering a Brooklyn pizza. I'm not, but just to see. Okay, carry out. Yeah, I'm not going to give my address out to everybody. Okay, let's see. It's something else. Okay. Yes, customize. Oh, god damn it. You can't change the Brooklyn one. Okay, 1 second. This part will be cut out, don't worry. We'll skip to the part once I found it. Pan pizza. Because Little Caesars always had deep dish. That's their, but it's pan pizza because they do it in like a skillet. So that's what it was. That thing's Swifting the nation. That is the greatest pizza in the world. But yeah, the actual cheese in the crust is worth it. It's really thick. It's really good. Yeah. So I would try it out for sure once.
Okay, sounds good. I'll keep it in the banks.
Kyle, is there anything you want to say? Rant Rave Repeat is back. I'm not even sure if you'll be on the next episode because you might be away, but...
Who knows?
Yeah, but...
Well, I have all this free time, so I can do the episodes.
Yeah, you can start doing some solo casts.
No, that's all I have. I got nothing to really rave about.
No.
It's great.
You never usually have too many times. You usually expand on someone's ranting or raving.
Yeah, but not this time. Life's great.
The only one I felt like we could never expand on was when Liam always talked about his rugby problems. And it was just like, we can't relate, man.
I played rugby once in middle school. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah. Well, folks, thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
We've made our triumphant return. Like I said, who knows who will also be on here, but my plan is to make Rant Rave Repeat back to monthly because this is an easy show. It's a less preparation, too. That's what's talking about dynamic, too. Yeah. Collect the news.
We could just do it off the fly and then just go off of it.
Exactly. So... thank you very much for tuning in. Yep. If you're watching along, you can catch us on all these video sources like Twitch and YouTube. I'm hitting the fucking table. Yeah. Podcast sources like SoundCloud and iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, which I've never used, but I'm sure it's great. And we're on there.
It's like the App Store.
Oh, exactly
the same.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. But just not as good because it's not Apple.
Yikes.
And then head over to Patreon. We talked about earlier. You don't have to pay for episodes, but if you want to, you can get some good exclusive and juicy early content over there.
For everyone else.
Yeah, you get.
But please don't spoil for everyone else.
Yeah, for the Gauntlet, don't spoil. Spider-Man retrospective, Netflix and fail, do all that. And if you don't want to throw us couple extra bucks at your change, just go like this video and subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe to our podcast services. That'll really help us out. We just talked about we do all these 10 shows. If you want to just show a little love, just hit that subscribe button. You can mute us so you don't see all our videos, but you hit subscribe, that helps us. We don't actually have an outro for Rant Rave Repeat. We have an intro, but
yeah. No.
Well, thank you very much for tuning in.
Next time I'll be not boring.
Wow, steals it.
So good.